Hey everybody, I am showing you a quick video on how to use your interactive notebook. Sorry, how to use it, how to submit it, everything like that. I have fixed it a little bit so you don't have to follow all the instructions on here. So I'm going to fix those before I click on that one. I've made it a little bit easier for you. So we're going to scroll down to the first module. And you can access your interactive notebook a couple different ways. So the first way is in the beginning of Unit 1 information. It's also under your should do's. Now, even though I have this under your should do's because this is where most of them or all of them will be located, it is a quote unquote must do because you get a grade on an interactive notebook just for completing the must do's. So as long as you do these must do's, you will get a percentage of your grade. If you complete the should do's, you'll get a percentage of that grade, and then the aspire to do as well. But first, let's just show you how to access it and how to use your interactive notebook. So if you click on this screen here, and yours does look a little bit different, so let me do student view. When you click on this part that says Unit 1 DINB, it's actually going to force you to make a copy, okay? So it's going to have you make a copy here, but I've already done that, so I'm going to just show you what to do from this make a copy. The first thing you need to do is when you've done that, yours is going to say copy of MCP, blah, 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 blah. What you need to do here is go into this title and you need to put your name in there, okay? So that whenever you submit it, it has your name already on there. Since this is my original, I'm going to take that off. But once you've done that, you can go in on the title page of your interactive notebook. You can put your name. You can put which block you're in. So first, second, third, fourth. The next couple slides just show you how to use images and pictures, how to take pictures and put them in your interactive notebook. This is really helpful for assignments or group activities where you're completing stuff on paper, but it's really hard to put those papers, like type that same information in your interactive notebook. This way you can just take a picture and put it in there. So these first couple slides show you how to do that. The first real slide of your interactive notebook, though, is showing you your scoreboard, which is kind of like your rubric here. If you do all your must-dos, so you have 6 sets of notes to complete and 6 mastery checks to complete to mastery, so you'll know what that grade is. If you complete all of these assignments, so 12 assignments, that's an 80% for your interactive notebook. So that's a B. If you want to go over and beyond and kind of improve that grade, because remember, this counts the same as a test. So if you don't do well on your test, but you do well in your interactive notebook, that could help balance it out. So the next part would be your should do's. So if you complete all your group activities in this interactive notebook, and there's 6 of them, and then you complete all of your labs, and there are 2 for this unit, for Unit 1. You complete all of those. The labs are to mastery, so 80% or better. Then you get a 90% for your interactive notebook. And remember, this is an all or nothing grade. So if you don't do one of your group activities, or you do your labs but not your group activities, you don't get an 85. You don't get a 90. You will still just have the 80. It's an all or nothing grade here, okay? Then if you do your review choice board, which is at the very end of your notebook, and I've put these in order as well in your notebook. So you'll have all your must-dos, then your should-dos. Well, your must-dos are not in your notebook, but you'll have all of your group activities, then your labs, then your review choice board. But if you complete the review choice board as well, that will get you all of these done, a 100 in your lab notebook. Keep in mind, though, as well, let's say you don't do your should do's, but you jump down and do your aspire to do, you still will only get an 80 in this notebook. Okay, these build off of each other. They build off of each other. So you've got to complete these first, okay? Must do's, then your should do's, then your aspire to do's. Some of these should do's are going to be done with your must do's. So that should help knock some of that work out as well. But keep that in mind. It's an all or nothing grade for these sections. Then after you see your rubric, you've got your kind of pacing guide here to show you what you need to get done. So you've got your video and your notes. After that, you've got your group activity, which is linked in here to take you straight to the slide for that assignment or that lesson. And then you've got your mastery check, and those mastery checks, this should be fixed as well. Those mastery checks should be on, this one is on Canvas, and the rest of them are on paper. So you can kind of work through those as you go. So just kind of pay attention to that as you're working. But you can click on these here. So let's say you finish the lesson for lab safety. You want to go work on that with your group mates. It is present on slide 12. So it will take you to your first organizer here. On your screen, it may look like this. If you want instructions, sometimes they will be listed on your actual slide. If they are not, you see these 3 little dots at the bottom of your screen. You can use your mouse and pull that up. Your instructions will be underneath. So it'll tell you what to do. So you'll work through these group activities. Your group activities are not hard. Right now, sometimes they will have more in-depth activities like card sorts or scavenger hunts, things that you'll do that are more interactive. Some of them, though, you'll see are just basic warm-up question, graphic organizer, those little things. So actually with 1.1, you'll have 2 activities. So I've got to add in the other one. Just be aware of that. But you've got some different little activities, card sort kind of things that you can work on with your groups, okay? And sometimes they'll be more in-depth. Sometimes they'll be very simple. After you've done your group activities, you'll see that your lab data sheets are following in your interactive notebook. So you do not actually have to turn these in separately. They are just turned straight into your interactive notebook. It makes life much easier for us. Grading these, I will say, will take me some time, so just bear with me. Labs take a little bit longer to grade, but when they're all in one place, that does help a lot. And you'll be working on these with groups, but you'll be turning them in together, or like turning them in separately. Your data, though, should all be the same. Your analysis questions can be the same. So what we can do is, I can grade one member of your groups, and then we know what grade everybody else will get. So that will speed up some time. Your conclusions, though, are done a little bit differently. So kind of keep those in mind. Your labs are all in your interactive notebook. And then also after you go through your labs, you will see your choice board review project at the end. With this choice board, I say it's like a tic-tac-toe board. I need to be more specific with that. I do not want you, when I say tic-tac-toe, I want you to pick, it does not actually have to go in tic-tac-toe, but I want you to pick one project per column, one project per row. So please do not pick them like this, because that means you're doing a different level of project, but they're all 4 metric units. Please do not do them like this, because that means you're doing 3 different content projects, but they're all the same kind of project. So you need to pick them randomly, but where there's 1 per column, 1 per row. I don't care how you do that or what projects you pick. Just make sure you kind of follow them that way. When you decide on what projects you want to do, you'll see underneath your review choice board are your understand. So you can post your project here for that. You can post your project for the second row on the following slide, and for the third row on the slide after that. So it kind of links up in your review choice board. Also, you have a blank page here. So if you need any more space for anything, whatever you're working on there, you can do that as well. Okay. So once you've completed your interactive notebook, or even throughout the unit, you can actually go ahead and get this turned in. It is due at 11:59 the night before your test. So I will put your test date in the title section of the unit. Okay. So I will have that ready to go for you. But you to turn this in, you have to go and get the link from the share. So you're going to hit that yellow share button. And I already kind of have it set up here at the bottom. You're going to go through and hit anyone with the link. Okay, yours will probably, when you make a copy, it'll say restricted. You need to drop that down and change that to anyone with the link. And over here where it says viewer, you need to change that to editor. So when you get your link, you need to have it where it says anyone with the link and editor. You're going to copy that link. Okay, it'll say link copied. I'm going to go in and fix this as well, just because this is my original. Once you've gotten your link copied, on your Canvas page, so we're back to Canvas here, you're going to hit the Start Assignment button, and I already have it set up to turn in a website URL. So you're going to take that website URL and you are going to paste it here. Okay? Please, 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 please do not switch to Google Drive and try to submit from Google Drive. When you do this, it's going to give it to me as present mode, and I can't grade it in present mode. So either one of these, I cannot grade your interactive notebook where I can leave comments. Okay, so I want to leave comments and I want to tell you what was right and what was wrong. So sometimes if I get a chance on like a Friday while you're taking quizzes, I may go in and look at your interactive notebook and I may say, you probably want to work on this lab a little bit better. Oh, you want to maybe retry this question here for more credit. Things like that. I'm not making promises that I can, but sometimes when we're caught up and I'm not grading mastery checks, I can go in and grade those and kind of give you a heads up. So if you need to fix anything, you can. But if you give it to me in presenter mode, I can't leave comments. So make sure it is in website URL, you paste it, and you hit submit assignment. What you can do is once you've done that, you can come and tell me so that if I get a chance, I can grade it or look at it early. But there's no promises that I will look at these early, just FYI. So that's all you do here to submit that assignment. Please remember you can do that at any point during the unit as long as it's before the test day. Because when you submit your link, that is a live link. So this right here is a live link that you're submitting. So as you fix your assignment, or your interactive notebook, as you do work in it, it updates the version that is turned into me. So you do not have to go in and just wait to turn it in at the end. So go ahead, get that done. You're going to do